Shalom, everyone. It's been a while since we did an Israel update, but we're happy to be here today. My name is Joseph Good. I live in Houston, Texas. Um, we have Roy Shaposhnik, who is the chairman of the Barak Brigade, the 188th Brigade Association. He's also the deputy commander of the Reserve Barak Brigade. Also, we have Gila Trebich, longtime resident of Jerusalem, and with her finger on the pulse of everything that happens, not only in Jerusalem, but throughout the country. So, Roy and Gila, shalom and welcome.
Hi, everybody.
So,
Hi.
we've got a lot to catch up on. I understand that y'all got away from Gaza for a brief period.
Yes,
Can you tell us about it?
So we are very lucky to have, for the first time since October 7, the entire brigade with all the 5 battalions is finally out together as one unit for 3 weeks, a kind of a refreshment of, getting back into shape, working a little bit about the mentality, physical mentality, and talking about and working about the tanks. And we were actually very fortunate in the Brigade Association to host them for a sport day and an evening with a very famous singer from Israel, Moshe Peretz. We have a very nice video actually to show you guys. If you would like to show it, that would be amazing.
I'd love to see it.
של חטיבה שלא רק נלחמה, אלא הובילה. בכל זירה, בכל שעה. זוהי חטיבה 188.
כשאני רואה כל החיילים כאן, אני מתרגש ואני אומר, זוהי ארץ ישראל היפה.
אתם, לוחמים ומפקדי חטיבה 188, אתם הגאווה, עוצמת הברק והתקווה של העם היקר הזה.
אין דבר מרגש וערכי יותר במלחמה הזו מאשר להחזיר חטוף לחיק משפחתו. חטיבה 188 עומדת על המשמר בגלל הברק האדיר הזה בעיניים. יש לעם ישראל על מי לסמוך, והאויבים שלנו ירעדו. חטיבה 188 תמיד תוביל ולא נעצור עד הניצחון.
So I don't know if you guys had a chance to see, but on the first video, We had Guy Dugma. If you all remember, the company commander who got hit, injured 4 months ago,
Yes.
and his life has been saved thanks to the bulletproof vest that you guys donated to us. So we gave him the opportunity to become the anchor of the evening. So just like, a small example of that evening. It was amazing. We had more than 2,500 soldiers, veterans of the brigade, and it was really a big, big welcome and a party. And the most important thing, it was our way to say thank you to all those soldiers that has been there.
I think that events like this, where the soldiers can come together and they can get away from the battlefield situation, and it's absolutely as important as the bulletproof vests and the helmets for them being able to function day in, day out in a stress situation. That this is critical to their well-being.
Joe, it's
And
100% right. And I have to tell you, they woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They got on buses from Gaza area. They drove for 3 hours to the center of Israel, to Hedera. And one can think that it's going to be very tired, and what should be their reaction? They went out from the bus at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was like exactly a hurricane storm. You can't believe it, Joe.
Right,
I mean,
I can guarantee that all these 3 hours of ride, they're fast asleep, all of them.
that's for sure.
Right.
But yes, I completely
That's
agree with
okay.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. They deserve it.
They deserve
Yeah.
it 100%.
they
Yeah.
do. Well, let's get into what's happening. Uh, let's a lot in the news about Israel and Lebanon, Israel and Hezbollah. What's the situation there?
So the situation is very complex. Israel versus Hezbollah, we are hitting on a daily basis Hezbollah activists, Hezbollah terrorists, even inside of Beirut itself. I mean, last week we have managed to identify, search, and killed the head of the Hezbollah military force. However, the situation with the Lebanon government is different because we have a continuously negotiation together with them of a kind of a normalization between the countries. The problem is that Hezbollah is having a majority in the Lebanon parliament, and they are actually threatening to have another civil war. I remind to all of our viewers that's exactly what happened in 1982 when Israel entered Lebanon in the first Lebanon war.
Mm.
United States, France, and the European Union is extremely involved and understand where we as Israel are coming from. We are identifying movement of Hezbollah to get rearmed, and every convoy that is coming from Syria and from other places immediately destroyed by the Israeli Air Force. If you ask me personally, I think we as the 188 Brigade are going to find ourselves in the next month or two once again inside Lebanon, securing the area because Hezbollah is not letting out, is not giving up, even though we've managed to cut more than 75-80% of his power supply, weapon, ammunition. They are still trying to make voices or to create noise that they are still relevant, but it's still not over.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a Joe. I'm sorry. It's a big question. With all the goodwill of President Trump, that he thinks that he can disarm these militia. They're actually armies. They're terrorist armies, like Hamas and like Hezbollah. And unfortunately, these are jihadi armies, and they never give up. Doesn't matter what happens to them, they never give up.
Right.
As one of our people described it, you can have a guy who lost both legs, both arms, if he has, and everything around him is destroyed. But if he has two fingers left, he's going to sit there and go like this, victory. They do not give up. And I think that President Trump is learning it. It doesn't seem logical. Doesn't seem logical to any one of us, but they don't give up. So I guess I think that the Israeli army is finding solutions, is trying at least to find solutions. How do you manage that? It's kind of you have to manage the conflict. It's a never-ending conflict. It's a never-ending war.
Now, I understand that there are Hezbollah branches in Iraq,
Right.
and that they are posing a threat also.
Right.
True. It's still something that is happening. Hezbollah is trying, Hezbollah, by the way, and Iran is trying very strongly to rebuild himself. They are trying to build facilities in other places around the world, mainly, by the way, in Africa, in Iraq, in places that they believe that Israel is not able to get any kind of access over there. We are witnessing once again another attempt of this evil force to get reorganized. Iran is pushing strongly. Iran has managed to build their missiles facility once again, and they are sending weapon to Hezbollah through Iraq, exactly as you said. By
Yeah.
the way, together with the Houthi.
That's why President Trump warned them.
True.
He warned the Hezbollah in Iran. He told them, stay out of it.
But we all are witnessing that it's still there. Nobody can actually say that we are
Right.
heading into a peace or a peaceful, quiet time. It seems like we will have another round in the near future. Iran is desperately looking to say the last word based on the 12 days war that we had with them. They are strongly trying to create a kind of a last act of activity against Israel. We see it not only by threatening, we see it. Yesterday, Joe, the Shin Bet, the Israeli internal security, sent a message that Iran is trying to recruit spies in Bat Yam, one of the cities next to Tel Aviv. We are witnessing Iran trying eagerly to create another round against us.
So, okay, there is a great possibility of um, the IDF being in Lebanon, and what you're explaining is that the war could resume with Iran again at some point.
True.
Yeah.
True. It looks like how should I say it? I'm trying to find the right word. It looks like they haven't got enough. Okay? Even Hamas. Pay attention to Hamas. It's like this
Yeah.
entire group, Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran, Houthi. Look, I'm not going and say who won and who lost. For me, by the way, in a war, everybody is losing. But that's a different conversation. But at the end of the day, we have managed to do so much. Look at what we have done in Gaza. Look at what we have done in Lebanon. Look what the damage we have done in Iran. instead of saying, okay, that's enough, let's talk now, what should be the next step? They are looking to start all over again. If you look at Iran, they don't have water.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, take care of your citizen. You don't have water. What do you have right now firing missiles and starting all over with Israel? Hamas, you started something on October 7. People got home to wreck of destroyed buildings. You destroyed the future of your people. Why are you still continue to look for another round of war? Lebanon, Lebanon, you are sitting on one of the most beautiful coastlines on the Mediterranean Sea. Enjoy life. What do you have with Israel once again?
That's the thing that's impossible to understand.
Right.
For us,
And you
it's
know,
impossible to understand.
and the Syrian, I thought, here we go, we're going to have something normal with the Syrian.
Mm-mm,
And last
mm-mm.
week we had another unfortunate incident together with the Syrian when
Yeah.
Israel went into Israeli territory and tried to bring one of the terrorists from there, and they fired at us. We had 5 injured people over there.
Yeah.
Guys, if it wasn't clear from October 7 until now, then someone needs to understand we are not here to go, we are here to stay. We are here to protect our people. Now, either you put down your weapon and talk with us, or we will have to control you. I mean, I'm trying to understand what is the added value of all of these things that Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah is trying to achieve. And I'm considering myself, I wouldn't say as a genius, but a person with a reasonable mind. I'm not really understanding what they want.
You never will. You never will, Roy. You never will. And until, I don't know if we can ever deal with it, but until we learn that they're not going to give up. You cannot let go. You cannot give up. And it's really, and not only that, there's a new problem building up. We could probably weaken tremendously the Shiite axis, right, which coming from Iran. But you have a new one. You have a Sunni axis headed by Turkey. The Turkish president Erdogan is a very avid supporter, and he himself is a jihadist from of Muslim Brotherhood, and that is Hamas.
True.
And that's other. I mean, they're illegal in Egypt. They're illegal. I think that now President Trump made them illegal in the U.S. finally also. But he is trying to build, and that's why he needs Syria. And that's why Syria is so important for Israel.
Yeah. And adding all of that is with a very huge attempt of Hamas to start the Judea and Samaria once again.
Yeah.
We are witnessing in the last couple of days into once again riots and things that are trying to be held over there. Definitely, it's not over. I mean, one can only think that, after all of that has been happened, 2 years and couple of months, that maybe it will be over. It's not over. We will face another round, I think, but this time, I think it will be with the support of the European Union and the Americans. I think that the fact that the Americans are here together with some other countries and they see by themselves what is the response, what's going on, what is the damage that is happening, I think it will help us when we will try to retaliate back.
Let me ask something on what you just said. Now, I see the Trump administration standing with Israel.
Mm,
I hear both conflicting things coming out of Europe. The Islamic presence there has
mm-hmm.
literally absorbed many of the nations, and I mean the parliaments. It's Muslim favored in many cases, and so tell me about the EU, that you see them as standing with Israel, uh, with the current situation.
Well, I think we can already identify several countries that are expressing their activity against
Mm.
it. One of them, by the way, they are not a member of the EU, but you cannot take them out from the European area, and that's the United Kingdom. If you will have a look what's going on in England right now, beside of London, you can definitely see a big movement of England's English citizens that are going against the Islam in
Yeah.
their cities. Add to that Netherlands, add to that Hungary. There is a lot of areas, a lot of countries that are starting to understand what goes on. Portugal, for example.
Germany
Germany,
also.
yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All you have to look at is the amounts of weapons that they're buying from Israel.
yeah.
And
Like
speaking of weapons,
incredible amounts of weapons.
I
Yeah.
understand that Israel has now deployed the um, the
Iron
laser,
Dome,
the
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 new
not
Iron
the
laser
Dome,
Iron Dome,
system.
but the
the new
laser,
laser. Yeah,
the
the new
laser
laser.
Joe,
weapons.
Yeah.
I will tell you a secret, but you need to keep it between us.
All right, I'll do
Uh,
that.
this system is already being deployed 6 months ago, and it was actually one of the game changer in front of Lebanon. If you all remember, we had a lot of small drones coming from Lebanon. At the beginning, we couldn't really dealt with it, but thanks to that laser system, we have managed to get it dramatically down, and I think it's very important.
And
Uh,
it's cheap. It's
and it's
cheap.
cheap.
That's
Now this
that's a
system,
major difference.
Yeah.
Every counter missile from the Iron Dome costs tens of thousands of
yes,
dollars, and
that
this
is
thing
true.
is nothing. Yeah,
Now this system officially will be fully operated by the end of this year, on the 30th of December. But as I told you, as a small secret between us, it was already being deployed and working. And I think it's one of the great things that we have managed to develop. By the way, not alone, together with the Americans, of course, and it's already been deployed very successfully. And it's a very good news to all of us. It's another layer
good.
of protection. If you're looking on it, it's the laser, Iron Dome, the Comet. We have the Arrow, all of those protection of missiles versus missiles, and so kind of threats that we have against us.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, we're running down on time, but before we get to the end here, let's discuss why Israel's presence is so important in Syria.
Well, a lot of reasons. First of all, let's all remember that Syria is not really one united country. It's a mix of so many tribes. It's a mix of so many different opinion and people that wants to rule the country. Having to that as well, the fact that we know for sure that the Houthis are based a little bit in Iraq and also in Syria, and trying to get in to Israel from the Golan Mountain. And
The
of course,
Houthis.
Houthis, of course, big
Okay.
Houthi militias that are based right now, Gila, in Iraq.
Okay. It's
And,
like
and
it's like some kind of a monster. You cut one head and two
yeah,
grow
absolutely.
grow instead. It's
The
crazy.
Leviathan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And add to that the fact that we have a very important Druze who lives in Syria
Right.
that has
Yeah.
been completely abused by the Syrian current government administration. Israel has announced that they will not withdraw from the Druze area and they will keep providing security for the Druze. And also, we have announced that we will not withdraw from the Hermon crown, where
The very top of Mount Hermon,
the very
what used
top
to
of
be
the
the
Hermon,
Syrian, what used to be
correct?
the Syrian part of Mount Hermon. Yeah.
Those two areas are allowing us, first of all, to gain control and to place enough security and order to the people. And I think that's very important. To the people, I mean, of the Golan Heights, and of course to the Israeli. And I think we cannot let it go. There is no one right now in Syria, even though that Giuliani was a guest of President Trump. And I'm sure that President Trump really were anxious to do a kind of Abraham Accords agreement with him. I'm not so sure that he is the right person to go ahead with. You know, he's
Yeah.
double-faced, and I don't think that.
Not only that, he doesn't control the whole of Syria. He basically controls Damascus and the immediate area of Damascus.
Well, listen,
The rest of Syria he doesn't control.
we're down to about our last minute. In a nutshell, tell us how can we help? What do we need to do? And let me mention before you start, Roy, that people can make donations that go directly to these situations to the David Fund. You can scan the little icon at the top or go to the website on the bottom. Roy, what are the needs?
So, as we said last time, we are working now on two topics. One is the mentally health and skills of the young soldiers, and that is something that it will be a great appreciation. Every donation counts. We are right now more than 900 psychologists that are providing a treatment to the soldiers. Beside of that, we are also starting to organize ourselves again, and I am in a request as well for another set of bulletproof vests, and everything that you guys will be able to help us will be great to all of us.
Okay. So basically, right now, we're getting ready for the next wave, and you can help. Okay. Go to the David Fund and please support the IDF at this point. Okay. Shalom, everyone. Thank you, Roy and Gila.
Thank you.